So the Greater Birmingham Teenage Republicans Club is a club, and it's for teenagers ages 13 to 18 in Jefferson and Shelby counties. If a teenager is interested in politics, if they are interested in the political process, if they're conservative minded, then they might be interested in joining with other teenagers who share the same areas of interest that they do. And we do have a mission statement because all clubs and organizations should have a purpose for existing. So the mission statement says, the objective is to educate teens about Republican ideas and values through participation in social gatherings, meetings, campaigns, and community service. Our purpose is to encourage young men and women to take part in the political process and to support the principles of the Republican Party. And in addition to that, we don't just get together and have monthly meetings, which we do that, but we also try to develop the teenagers who are involved socially, community service-wise, leadership skill. Right. The politicians who come to speak will typically talk about what's going on, like in Alabama, in the political scene in Alabama, and nationwide too. If there's a hot topic going on, some scandal or some big deal, they will talk about that too. But we often have these teen-led discussions where we will have the teens will talk about a particular subject, and those can get, I wouldn't say heated, but you would be because they're always very respectful.
Are there debates kind of?
Yeah, like we're doing tonight.
Yeah.
You would be very surprised even with a room full of Republicans or conservatives who claim to be conservatives or Republicans, the spectrum can be very wide in their viewpoints.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about immigration, illegal immigration. And I've had very conservative students who are all for, like, open the borders, let them all in. And then the opposite, like shut down, build the wall, deport everybody, send them all home, So both, like, and all in between. Now, my end goal was was really just to educate teenagers,
right,
and get teenagers interested in politics. Because, and I get it, I was a teenager and I wasn't interested in politics. I could have cared less who was the president when I was 16, But in our world today, when everything is news immediately, and there just seem to be so many more pressing issues today than there were in the past. It's not as easy to just be a carefree teenager, in my opinion, anymore. And the things that teenagers don't understand is that the laws that are passed, the people who are elected to office today, will affect, like, the decisions they make and the laws they pass and the taxes they pass and all the things that they do as legislators will affect teenagers possibly for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
The decisions that our leaders are making will affect you. Maybe not today, but when you get a job and you have a family, and the things that are passed today could affect your future, and certainly the direction of the country. When you have, like, Obama was he was a very progressive, almost Marxist in nature leader. Everything should be controlled by the government, every single thing. Well, that's not my vision for the future of our country. Right? I think we should be self-governing like our founders. So I wanted teenagers who will become adults and be voting and making a difference in the world, I hope, to learn about these issues early on so they could go ahead and get started. Not even being activists, but just get started being interested in voting and maybe making a difference. Maybe going into politics and becoming a legislator or a congressman or a judge or
whatever.
Yeah.